Suspected gunman posted messages about revenge before ambushing the officers Rafael Ramos and Wenjian Liu in their patrol car on Saturday. In an attempt to mend bridges between his office, the New York City Police Department, and the community, the mayor has now asked protesters demonstrating against recent police brutality to stand down until after the funerals of those murdered officers. Listen here.
I think it's important that regardless of people's viewpoints, that everyone recognize it's a time to step back and just focus on these families. I think it's a time for everyone to put aside political debates, put aside protests, put aside all of the things that we will talk about in due time.
David Lee Miller is live for us outside One Police Plaza here in New York City. David, good morning to you. And are those protesters intending to listen?
There have been a few protests, but for the most part, the protests have stopped. As for New York's Mayor Bill de Blasio, he still remains in great measure on the defensive today following the shooting deaths of those two police officers. A short time ago, and for the first time, the mayor of the city of New York, joined by the First Lady, paid a visit to the actual crime scene that has now been transformed into a memorial. This is the location where the two officers, Wenjian Liu and Rafael Ramos, were executed by the gunman. The mayor placed flowers at the site. The mayor also released a letter addressed to the city, saying in part, first and foremost, let us remember our obligation to protect our police. The mayor has been accused by the police union and other critics of fostering an environment that led to the shootings. At a news conference yesterday, the mayor accused the media of portraying the majority of peaceful protesters as violent and divisive. Listen.
What you managed to do is pull up the few who do not represent the majority, who are saying unacceptable things, who shouldn't be saying those things. And some who actually physically attack police officers, which I've said is absolutely unacceptable. We will prosecute them to the fullness.
At that news conference, authorities revealed that the shooter, 28-year-old Ismail Brinsley, attended as a spectator an anti-police rally on December 1st in New York's Union Square. This is a video of that event recorded by a news crew, but video of that rally was found on Brinsley's cell phone. How much of if at all, events that day at that location influenced his violent tendencies, we do not know. The mayor has called Brinsley, quoting now, a deeply troubled career criminal. And lastly, for the first time, we have heard from the widow of Officer Wenjian Liu. She spoke out last night. The two were married only 2 months ago.
We, the Liu family, would like to express our gratitude and appreciation to the police department, our neighbors, the entire New York City community, friends and co-workers for the help and support they provide.
Liu's funeral plans remain incomplete. A complication is that many relatives from China are expected to attend. Authorities here say they are trying to expedite the paperwork. The funeral for Officer Ramos is slated to take place on Saturday. Back to you.
What a tough time for so many members of the NYPD and also for police around the country. David Lee Miller, thank you.